interesting. I just did a 5-part series on co-creation and manifesting. And one of the things that we spoke about was this idea, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it, the idea that infinite is really infinite. Infinite is infinite potential. That means anything, truly anything. And yet, we live in a world where it doesn't look like anything is possible, not anything. Many things, many more things than we thought may be possible. But anything is very big. Anything means, I could, bring back the deceased. I could go back in time, but anything means anything. And we see that the world as of yet doesn't produce and demonstrate a reality of anything in that way. So the question is, so how do we relate to this idea of infinite? That I can do anything, or I can change my path. And so the understanding and the beauty and the depth of this piece in Rabbi Nassan on the Likutei Halachos, where he speaks about that this is the essential point where a person, if they can get this, then they can move mountains, which is that you can and should be thinking in terms of the infinite. And because your will is what draws all that you desire into your life, the power of your will, the power of your desire, it's that magnetic force that brings everything towards you, right? Unless there's a super will that says it's not good for you on a cosmic level. And there's this cap that actually it's a shift from the thinking of books like The Secret that maintain this idea of anything, right? Anything. You create, you create reality in fullness. And I think that it's a bigger infinite when you're able to let go and say, there's even more than what I can dream, right? There's a bigger plan, because it's your desire that is coming in conjunction with an intelligence that's divine and infinitely orderly, and knows exactly what's the right next step. Um, so it's a fine line here as well, even when we're taking steps to, like, oh, I want to create the next step of my life, say, I don't know if you've written a book yet, but let's say you decide, you want to write a book, you want to share your wisdom and all the ideas that you've gathered. So that's in the realm of possibility for sure. And I'll be waiting for it. I'll be the first person to get a copy of it when it comes out, God willing. But if you say something that's fantastical, right? Or you say you want to, do something that is beyond, imagination, or even beyond physics, at what point do you say, okay, maybe I don't even my mind go there? Or do you say, I let my mind go there and let the chips fall where they fall?
Um, I think that there is if the mind goes there, I believe that it is included with the potentials of the universe. Meaning, if we weren't able to imagine it, then it would not be possible. And the reason why I say this, number one, is because this is part of what was revealed to me, is that any of the inventions that we have today, like the internet, show it to somebody 50 years ago, however long, 100 years ago, they're going to
Impossible.
think you're crazy.
Impossible.
Of course. Magic, right? So I see that the universe has this, it's this substance that whatever is being created, it's like it is infinite in the sense that there is so much that we don't, so much is an understatement. So much, I'm going to say, because there's, I have no other way to say it. There's an eternal amount to that we don't understand. And therefore, and when I see inventions and creations within scientific community, within the world of science, and these are all things that the work within the construct and are, are revealed, but who knows how far it goes, right? And I believe that our ability, meaning what they'll say in something like The Secret, and if you've read some of the books, um, that there are, let's say that if it's not aligned with you, meaning if what it is that you want to create isn't aligned with you, or it isn't aligned with source, with your source, and it's not, these things don't necessarily happen. Meaning, you want to create, you want to do anything that you want, right? But at the same time, Moshe, if you wanted to make the NBA right now, uh, you know,
Have
exactly.
good
There,
form, you know.
you gotta train. You gotta train hard, man. You gotta train hard. Like, so, there is a boundary. Like, there is a boundary that does exist. And therefore it's there's some things that's okay, well, that might not happen. But if you were somebody, yeah.
Right, no, but that's beautiful. If we can even just like double click on that and
Yeah,
open it up, because I think this is really what's important for people to hear, which is you and I are both sitting here, and I believe with all my heart, truly anything is possible, right? I believe we're living, like, you call it whatever you want, but what I call God is loving and caring and deeply guiding us towards everything we need to get to in our lives. And if you can elevate yourself into that space, you can bring all the things that you want to bring into your life, to yourself and to the people in your life and to the world around you. We're here to contribute. We're here to be part of the solution, right? We're here to be helpful. We're here to serve and to add value to the world. And it's through that channel. And there's infinite potential. There's Ein Sof. There's no end to that which we can bring in. And yet, the word you used, which I like, is, and then there's a boundary, right? So how do we live in that boundary? Because let's say, right, okay, my dream isn't to be in the NBA, though, I'd love to meet LeBron James one day. I'm sure he's a nice guy. Like, he looks like a nice guy on TV, right? Um, though, but if that were my dream, so now what does a person do, right? Let's say there's somebody who's watching this right now and has a dream, and it is seemingly impossible, right? So do you say, well, I guess I don't dream it? Is the idea that we should now channel it towards something else? Meaning, obviously, if you feel a certain way, there's something that's drawing you in that direction. So maybe you just need calibrating of exactly what that's supposed to look like in your life. Is that what you would maintain over here?
yeah, that's actually interesting that you're saying that. That's literally where I was kind of headed with this also, that there is a calibration tune. If you're somebody that loves basketball and is obsessed with basketball, maybe you won't be playing in the NBA right now, but maybe that there is something that has to do with basketball where you'll be able to express the emotions and the same love and passion that you have. It's just slightly, it's tuned a little bit differently, and it won't look necessarily exactly the same. This is why, like for instance, within what I practice personally, and in terms of what it is that I teach, is the ability to emotionalize a particular vision. What does it feel like, right? So this is important here, because it's not just about what does it look like. It's about what it feels like, because you might get that same feeling with a slight variation of whatever you're envisioning. Meaning, if I'm envisioning this beach, and this beach is on Costa Rica, and my kids are there, and I'm loving it, and it's like amazing. This is it.
Amen.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you. Maybe God will provide me with this house, and maybe it won't be in Costa Rica. Maybe it's going to be on a different beach. Okay, you know. Point is that if that emotion and that feeling is there, and that experience is there, then it may be tweaked a little bit. And I think this is part of the reason also why the practice is that we let it go. I believe this is part of it. Just like I'm letting it go to you. And I, while I say this now, I'm reminding myself also, because this is something that I believe is so powerful. It's the emunah, right? It's the faith. It's the faith that this is, this is being taken care of. This is happening, and that in of itself is will help to tweak and maneuver it so that whatever is being manifested or created will be aligned with that emotion, with the vision. Maybe not exactly how you wanted it, or maybe yes, or maybe no. Who knows? But it will fit you.
Yeah, I mean, to me, that's where it's at. That's a central point in